Welcome back to Mountain Connections. Now, we talked about travel for the summer, but what are you going to do if you're staying home, as we've got the Memorial Day weekend coming up? Here to share some tips and tricks for becoming the host or the hostess with the mostest is celebrity author, cookbook author, chef Rebecca Lang. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Rebecca.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Now, we are just thrilled. Let's talk about parties. Where should we start when beginning to plan our summer soirees?
Well, you said the right word, because I always like to start with making a plan. So even like 3 days out, I'll start writing down a timeline. So all my recipes will be ready on time. My house will be picked up. And by that time that the doorbell rings, you're dressed, you're ready, everything's set for the party, and you can actually enjoy your friends and have fun at your own party.
I love that. I know I love to host, but I also like to socialize. So talk to me about menu planning. What is your favorite item to have on your summer party menu?
Well, I love to have Bush's baked beans. Growing up, we had them at every cookout. We still have them today because I'm a big believer that they are really the sure side of a good time. And you know, now that we're coming into summer full force, it's kind of like opening a can of summertime. Brings out the best of summer meals. You can see here I have them with hot dogs and hamburgers, and the savoriness of the beans really even makes the hot dogs and the hamburgers taste better. But I don't know about your favorite flavors, Christine, but I love to have the original and the sweet heat, but my favorite is the brown sugar hickory, because I think they're so easy and it just makes your menu complete just in a second.
Now, what would you suggest for sweet success for that summer menu?
Well, you can't have a party without something sweet, because, you know, that's when everybody goes home early, when there's no dessert. So I like to do Intamins baked goods. I think it's super cool that they've been baking for over 100 years. They have over 100 different baked goods. And one really nice thing is that's the way you can keep the fun going this summer is with Intamins, because you can work on your menu and dessert is taken care of. So you can do like a tower of sweets with what we have here, which is just so hard for me not to gobble all these up. But I love these minis. These are the minis apple snack pies, and you can see that they're really small, but nothing says summer like apple pie. So, you know, just to have these out, everybody can pick what they want, everybody's happy, and dessert is simple.
You know, those chocolate donuts remind me of time at my grandma's house, so that's amazing, 100 years in the running. So what would you suggest would be a wonderful main dish?
Well, I chose a couple ones out of recent cookbooks. I really like to do the main course, especially on Memorial Day, out on the grill, so everybody can gather outside too. So I have a recipe that I love. It is a bacon and barbecued shrimp. So I'm in Georgia, so I take sweet Georgia shrimp, wrap them in bacon, slather them in barbecue sauce, and put them on the grill and just have a little skewer to hold it all together. They grill in minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, you're done. And my other favorite is a little bit different, but right now, especially with prices being what they are, skirt steak is a pretty good piece of meat at a great price, one of my favorite cuts of meat. So I marinate it with just a little bit of olive oil and red wine vinegar. Put it on the grill, it's real thin, it doesn't take long, and I serve it with a fennel slaw that is just fresh and light and lovely for summer, but those are my 2 favorites right now.
You mentioned dessert, you mentioned the main dish. Do you have any drink suggestions?
Well, when you come to the beverages, think about it in an easy and simple way. So buy pre-made beverages, like let's go get a gallon of lemonade. But we're not going to let people know we bought a gallon of lemonade, because we're going to dress it up with fresh mint, sliced limes or oranges if you wanted some color. But that way it really gives it personality, shows it off. You can do the same thing with fruit punch and edible flowers if you wanted to. But that way you can do that ahead, put it in the fridge, put it in a pitcher, and nobody knows you just bought that.
I know that sounds like I might have to go quench my thirst with that exact recipe after we're done with the show here. Where can we go for additional information?
So everything I've talked about today is on tipsontv.com.
Now, Chef Rebecca Lang, thank you so much for joining us and for sharing some fun summer treats to share with your friends and family. Now, we've got a few more things here on the show today, so stay tuned. We will be right back after this commercial.